Hello, people. I hope the wind doesn't bother you because it's quite windy outside. I'm actually gonna put my glasses back on because it's sunny and windy. I wanted to film a video because I haven't been uploading on my channel for a very long time. But I've been on like a self-discovery journey, or not really like a self-discovery, but more like getting to know myself better, if that makes sense. And this girl has been deep in her emotions, okay? And I'm like rebuilding myself. I don't know. I'm basically just like in a phase in my life where I am confronting my fears, my shadow. That's literally the best way to put it. I'm in a phase in my life where I'm facing my shadow, let's say, okay? And every little problem in my life has led me to the point of shame and worth, basically. No, worth. I realized that not just me, but so many people as well, we find our worth in external things. And like, we do it so subconsciously, so quietly, that it's like slowly ruining our life, slowly causing so many illnesses, like mental illnesses or just illnesses in the body. And like, we attach our worth to the external, we search for our worth in the external so much that it honestly is heartbreaking. I'm talking on behalf of myself, but if you resonate, I mean, I hope you don't resonate, but like, if you resonate, then I hope you can find some peace and some solutions in this video. I realized that I was attaching my worth to so many external things. Like, for example, I made a mistake, I'm not doing good enough on my studies, for example. I'm a worthless piece of shit, right? But like, let's say I do something and people praise me for it, or it's socially acceptable, or I'm admired, then I feel all of a sudden worthy, right? And I was like, I don't want to live like this. I Not only does it harm my self-worth, but it also harms the things that I do. Like, I don't want to do something solemnly for external validation. I don't want to be good at my grades because I can brag about it, or I don't want to create something because it's going to make me worthy, right? I want to create that thing because, like, for the sole purpose of just creating it and having fun creating it. You know what I mean? I was like, this whole worth shit is not only ruining me, it's also ruining the things that I enjoy doing. So I want to just make a video on that. We humans are just so obsessed with external validation, or like, I don't know, maybe not everybody is suffering from this, but like, I am my whole life. And it's gotten to a point where it causes self-loathing, self-hatred, because I like my value that I have, that every single human on this earth is worthy and has value, right? But like, I have attached my self-worth to external things to such an extent where I lost myself, my soul, like my whole purpose of living, right? It's gotten quite bad. And the reason why so many of my problems, like confidence issues, enjoying life, connecting with people, I absolutely love connecting with people. I love enjoying life. I love life, okay? But this worth issue has gotten to a point where I can't even enjoy life. I can't even connect with people anymore because I think that everybody's judging me for, let's say, how I look, right? Because I don't feel good enough, because I don't look perfect, because I expect like so much from myself. Meanwhile, it doesn't matter. Like, it genuinely doesn't doesn't matter, right? Like the external validation or the internal validation, it all just ruins everything for humans. And I was like for example, I'm currently filming in public, right? And I'm like close to a park. There's so many people walking by, right? I used to be like, oh, I can't film in public, people are gonna look, but like it doesn't matter, because let's say the worst case scenario is people walking by and thinking, what is this pathetic miserable girl doing by herself filming, right? That's the worst case scenario, because people could be thinking positive things as well, but let's just say the worst case scenario is that, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't harm me or what I'm doing. Like, I'm physically okay. It's literally just thoughts in some people's head. But the reason why I feel like so scared and whatever is because the external validation that I get or don't get, the external like hatred that I get, feels like it ruins my worth. Meanwhile, it doesn't have any value, right? So like I'm 20 years old and I'm holding back myself from life because of this worth issue, so like it has to be fixed, right? So I've been like thinking about it and whatever, analyzing myself, and I decided that I'm worthy. I was like, you're worthy. It's literally just a decision that I made. I was like, you're worthy. Doesn't matter if you fail in your classes, doesn't matter if you look completely shit, like shit for myself, right? I don't feel good, for example, how I look right now. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It matters to a certain point, obviously. Like, you can do changes about it to like feel better about yourself, but like that's beside the context. The context here is that I can feel worthy regardless if I fail in life, regardless if I don't look my best. I should not change because I don't feel worthy. I should change because I'm like, hey, I don't like this. You know what? I feel like I would feel better if I did this. If I would feel better if I looked a certain way. I would feel better if I had good grades in school, right? But the stem of change should not come from external validation and feeling worthless, right? So I was like, you know what? You're worthy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Obviously, like this decision has just been made, and it's like, okay, like what now? But I feel like if you resonate feeling like this, you should just start by deciding that you're worthy, because getting rid of the external validation it's like an addiction, right? External validation is like an addiction. You don't even do it like on purpose anymore. It's like an autopilot happening. So like my advice, if you're feeling like this, is just decide that you are worthy, because the truth is you are. Every single human on this earth is worthy, regardless of what they do. Obviously, in a world that we live in, it's valued how you look, it's valued the family that you come from, it's valued how many languages you speak, how many books you've read, whatever. Like, these are great things, right? The amount of books you've read, whatever you've accomplished, these are great things, but they don't define your worth, your value. So I feel like I'm in a point in my life where I'm restarting like my brain, being like, you don't have to fear people because they are better than you, and you don't have to feel a certain way because you, I don't know, accomplished more than anyone else. It's like, I'm not better than anyone, and no one is better than me. Literally, like, just imagine talking to a kid or like a baby, you know, like teaching them something that you don't know. That's exactly how I'm like talking to myself. It's like, it doesn't matter if people judge you. That doesn't harm you. It doesn't harm your worth. And it doesn't matter if you failed in this thing, because it doesn't harm you. Because like, I've been wanting to change, right? I've been wanting to become someone that I'm more comfortable in. I've been wanting to become someone that enjoys life more, right? But I realized the reason why I want to change so bad is because I feel completely shit and worthless right now. But I was like, no, like, I'm not going to change from a place of lack. I'm not going to change from a place of lack. I'm going to change from a place because I deserve better, because I would feel good if I like for example, just studied for my exams on time, right? Like that's an example. What I want to say is that in a world where our worth is quietly marked by others, for example, the clothes you wear, the brands you wear, how you look, how you carry yourself, for example, or like for women, it's like if you wear a revealing outfit, you're called a slut and you're worthless. But if you're a quiet woman who is like, I wanna be like a stay-at-home wife and cook for my husband, whatever, then you're like a worthy woman. Neither of these things are bad, could be defined as bad, but like they are. This is good, this is bad. Like we're so subconsciously defined by our worth from the world that we don't even realize it. So now I'm just telling you here that the only place to like genuinely change the root cause of this problem is literally just telling yourself I'm worthy as I am, even if you're at like the worst point of your life, even if you have like robbed a bank and like broken people's hearts, whatever, right? You just gotta start where you are and be like, I am worthy as I am. My mistakes don't define me and my accomplishments don't define me. I'm just a human learning to be a human, and then work from that point on. Notice the patterns. What kind of people do you fear? What kind of people's judgment do you take in consideration? Why do you fear their judgment? Like there's certain people whose judgment you care about, and there's certain people whose judgment you don't care about. Like why do you care their judgment? Because you think that they're more worthy than you are. Like why is that happening? Because like for example, they are popular kids at school, right? All shit, like they're popular, they're liked, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. They're just as worthy as you are. You know what I mean? Tell yourself these things, and I think that's the healthiest way possible to start feeling worthy. But at the same time, obviously, that's where you start from, but like change is also really important, in my opinion, to feel good. And yeah, that's what I've been doing in my life, or like practicing to do, because there's so many things in my life that I want to do. I want to connect with so many people. I just want to be, like literally just live, just be, and then I want people to feel good. You know what I mean? I want to be someone where people can take inspiration from. Not because I'm great or whatever, but just because the way I live, without putting on any value to what I do and without any external validation or worth or whatever that bullshit is. Like I'm so fucking tired of it, honestly. I just want to have fun, and I want people to have fun, and I'm just so tired of in this society that we live in, that we're just like graded by like the family that we're born in, where we live. I don't know, how we eat, how we dress, how we view this, if you're into art or like all that bullshit. Nothing of it defines our worth. And this is just your reminder to like this is just your reminder to like remind you that you are worthy as you are. I know I've told this about like 15 times at this point, but like genuinely, please, 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 please tell yourself this over and over again. And all those voices in your head that are like judging you, that are lying to you, that are like, no, you're worthless, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Nothing external, nothing you did or you didn't do, nothing you've accomplished or all the mistakes you've made, none of those shit can define your worth, okay? These are just the things that you did as a human, as a flawed human that we are. You can forgive the mistakes you've made, and you can move on. And I'm encouraging you to move on. I'm encouraging you to love yourself as you are right now, and then change from this point that you're in, because we deserve love. We deserve to do whatever we want and feel good doing it. And we deserve to just enjoy life as it is. And we don't have to fear thoughts. We don't have to fear anybody else's opinion. So yeah, I think I'm in a point in my life where I'm like maturing up. Like literally the jump from 19 to 20 was actually insane, because I like it's just been a couple of months since I've turned 20, but I feel like I'm facing so many of my shadow parts that I've never faced before. But it's a journey, and I'm pretty sure in a couple of years this is gonna be just a memory, and I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud that I faced my biggest fears and I talk about this, whatever. So just know that this time will pass, and all of the issues that feel like it's gonna be impossible to overcome, you will overcome them. In a couple of years, you're gonna be proud of yourself that you faced them and that you, I don't know, had the courage to overcome them, basically. So I think I'm just gonna end the video here. I've been MIA for a very, very long time, but I'm feeling like I'm gonna be a bit more active from now on. So take care of yourself, and I shall see you in another emotional breakdown. Okay, bye guys.